Welcome in the sewing room. It's almost Christmas. Christmas Day's a week from today. Yes, it is. Are your presents bought? Are they wrapped? Is your cooking done? Are you ready? Shaking my head no, because that's the truth. Presents are bought, but they're not wrapped. And I've not done any cooking, which I don't do that much. So it's not that big of a deal. I do it all on Christmas Eve. But is my sewing done? I've got this project, maybe two more, if I'm lucky, if I can get my head screwed on straight to make the other two. If not, well, they just won't happen. And that's okay. So I bought this little outfit for my little great nephew. Just plain, which is what I wanted. Because you know me, we're going to doll it up. And I first started with a picture that was so cute of a little dog, and I put a little Santa hat on him, and I thought, oh, that's just perfect. I want to make him that. And then I got to thinking about it. If I don't give it to him till Christmas, he won't get to wear it. Duh, that's stupid. And then I thought, well, you could do a little truck. And I thought, no, everything's got trucks. And then I thought, well, you could do a little snail or a turtle or a frog. And I thought, no, I don't want to do that. And I got to looking, and I got out all my designs that I had. And I thought, you could do a giraffe. And I thought, I have done this giraffe so much. And he takes so long, and I don't have a lot of time. And I need something I can do quick, fast, super easy. And I remembered these little ugly dolls. They're called ugly dolls. And I got online and I just looked up ugly doll pictures, photos. And I found this one. They just kind of look like little monsters. So I found this picture right here. And I thought, you know what, that's cute. I'll just use that because I think he's cute. So I printed off about 3 of them. One so I'd have him to look at and to show you all. And then one to have for the outside piece that I've already cut. One for his little teeth and one for his eyes. That's all you've got. You just got a few pieces. And then just laying over there, and I went, oh, that's perfect. I found this. I'd gotten it for something else. Can y'all see it? It's just like a little tiny chenille patch of a cup with a straw, and it'll fit right there in his little hand. And give him just a pop of color with that little bit of red. It's cute. So we're going to give him something to drink. So now I've got my 2 pieces of flannel. You know, we put them on flannel first. And here's my doll, my main piece. And I'm going to put some glue all the way around it because he's already cut out, okay? You all have seen me do this a gazillion times. And if you haven't, go back and rewatch any of my applique videos, and you'll see how to do this with a glue stick. Because right now I'm just putting glue stick all over the back of him. Just like that. So get the edges of him down real good because that's what we want to stick. And not move. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to do this right here. Right like this. So that glue's on the inside. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Then I'm going to lay him down here. It doesn't matter where. It doesn't have to be straight because we're going to cut around him in a minute. And then we're going to pull this top off right like this. And I made him out of a little print. It's got some little bees and some little dragonflies and some flies or butterflies or something. You want to get him all pressed out there really good and flat, and he's going to stick right wherever you put him, okay? All right, now then, we've got to cut out his little eyes. Let me grab the scissors. Thought I had some laying there. Nope, they're right here. And they're just circles. You could use a button, but he's so little, I'm afraid he'll get a button and choke on it. So I'm using fabric. I'm going to stitch it down real well. There's one of his eyes. They'll look like that right there. There's the other eye. There we go. There's his eyes. Now we've got his teeth. And his mouth, I'm just going to stitch with a heavy thread and do a triple stitch. There's his little teeth. They're little bitty because he's little bitty. And then there he's going to hold his drink. Now I may put something else underneath his eyes to make them kind of pop because they're kind of getting lost a little bit. So let me grab a piece of white. Here we go. There's just a little tiny piece of white fabric. So we're going to put this on here and we're going to cut around it. Okay. And we're going to cut these a little bit bigger. Like I said, there is no rhyme or reason to the way I'm cutting this. I'm just cutting it out bigger. They may or may not be the same size, but that's what makes him ugly, right? Is he's wonky. All right, there's his eyes. Here's his mouth. Let's see if I can get his mouth off of here. Then we'll be ready to start stitching him. See how quick this one is? You don't have to do all of your pieces very, complex. You can do them basic designs like this one. This is just a basic one piece with eyes and teeth. I can't even get the teeth off of here, you all. So let's just cut them out of this right here. Try it again. Okay, now let's see if I can get this one off. Should be able to. It didn't have much glue on it. Okay, I'm getting it. It's just going to take a minute. This was not the easiest thing to get off. Dang, his little teeth were hard to do. All right, we'll lay them right there. Let's get his eyes. If I can. Here it's coming off. Finally. Of course, we're going to blanket stitch all the way around him. And I'm going to take some embroidery thread and put little dots in the center of his eyes. When we get him all done, I'll show y'all how to do that. Make like a French knot or a bullion knot. All right, there's his eyes and his teeth. And we'll come across here with his mouth. Isn't he cute? I think he's cute. And this right here sticks down. It's got some stick-a-me stuff on the back of it. So here we go. We're just going to stick that down right there in his little hand. Just like that. Ah, isn't he cute? Okay, let's go over here and stitch him. New piece for my sewing machine. Get y'all over here. Okay, now then. I want to change my foot to an open toe foot, and I want to change the thread on my machine. So let me get that done and I'll come right back to you. Okay, I've got my foot changed, my thread changed, and I'm using a heavy wool thread. It's kind of a green. Can y'all see that? Kind of a green color. So let's see if y'all can sit right over here and see. And I can sew without y'all being in my way. Maybe. All right, here we go. If I can find the foot pedal. Okay, we need to widen that out. Make it a little bit wider and a little bit further apart. You want to go kind of slow and turn as you go. You always want to stop when you're doing a blanket stitch with your needle down on your right hand side, okay? And then turn. Because that way your stitches don't overlap. Look at that. I like that green. And it's showing up pretty. You want it to show up on these dolls because they're supposed to be like handmade. And most of the time I tell you to watch the edge of your fabric with the edge of your presser foot. This time I'm telling you watch the edge of this fabric with the edge of this needle where it goes down. Because you want that needle to come down right along the edge of that fabric, okay? That's the reason you're using an open toe foot, so you can see that. I wish I had some more of this thread. This was an old thread. It's a Madeira thread. I think it's Madeira. Yes, it's an old Madeira thread that I bought years ago. And I bought some colors to do a particular project with. And I don't have much of it left at all. And I don't know that they even make a heavy wool thread like that anymore. But I love it if you want your stitching to show up. It's really pretty. And you hit that, and it lock stitches it, raise it up, and you cut it. See, doesn't that green look pretty on there? Because he's supposed to be kind of wonky, you know, and wild colors and so forth. Look. Now I'm going to go around his eyes, both sets, okay, twice, with the same green thread. I am going to make my stitches just a little bit smaller, okay? So I'm going to shorten down the width to about a 3. I had it on about a 4 there. I'm making it about a 3 now. Oops. I don't like where that stitch is, so I'm going to start over. Just like this. Now then. Turning ever so slightly as you go around. There. Oh, I love that. I do. I love the way that turned out. Let's come over here and do this next. Well, let's just do the outside of this one. Now, look at his little eyes. What do you think? Do you like him? I think he's cute. He's going to be so cute. But I'm going to have to do red across for his mouth, several stitches across. And like I said, I'll do my triple stitch. So it'll make it heavier as I go across. But he's just about finished, you all. This was so super quick. I'm not cutting any of this out. You all are seeing every stitch I'm making. And we'll have this finished and ready to wrap. And we're going to wrap presents. Okay, there's that. Now, let's do one more circle, and that's all we're going to do with the green, okay? All right, that's all we're going to do with the green. Oh, and I love to use this thread for this kind of embroidery. I do. So if anybody knows where to get this wool Madeira thread, let me know in the comments below, because I would love to have a big array of colors just for appliquing like this. Because y'all know I do a lot of applique. And I like it because it's heavier and it shows up if you want your stitches to show up. It shows up pretty. Look, isn't our little ugly monster going to be so cute on my little monster? Yes, it is. All right, now I've got this thread. It's kind of an orangey red. And this is an old thread too. This is a 25 weight. Let's see what this one was. This is right here it is. It's Lana by Madeira. Is this what this thread is? It doesn't even say what weight it is. It tells you the color number, 3903, lot 152. It tells you how old it is. It's 50% something, 40% acrylic. Doesn't tell you the weight of this thread anywhere, but that's what it is. And as you can see, it's a much heavier thread than your embroidery thread or whatever. Now this, like I said, this is a 25 weight thread, and I'm going to use it because it's a little orangey red. I don't think a fire engine red will look as good on this particular little fella here. And this is a little heavier than my other. And like I said, I want his mouth to show up. So now we got to do his little mouth, and then we're ready to put him on. Y'all, I've got my finger stuck under there. Okie doke. Now then, let's go right here. I'm going to start right there. I'm going to go push that button right there. Pull that down. Then I'm going to turn it and come right back on top of it. turn there, come right back on top of that again and stop. Right there. Now then, I'm going to change my stitch, and I'm going to go right around this little mouth. Now then, I'm going to stitch right across the top here, just a regular stitch, to come right back to the middle, to go right down where his teeth gap. Right down through here. All right, now we've got him all finished. Oh, he's cute. I love his little mouth too. Look at that. Isn't he cute? Oh, he turned out precious. All right, now then, we got one final step. We got to cut him out, and I'm going to cut real close to this edge. But I'm trying not to cut my stitches, okay? I don't know if y'all can see this or not. I'll turn you around here just a little bit. You may have to make little bitty cuts as you come around some of these little corners. And sometimes I'll leave some on the outside edge. On this one, I don't think I want to, though. The only thing I have left to do is to sew it down and put his little drink in his hand. Now this is all real time. Y'all will see exactly how long it takes me to do this, which is not long at all. Because we are just zippity-doo-dahing right around this little baby. When I stitch him on, I'm just going to use a straight stitch. And for that, I will use just a cream-colored basic thread. Off-white, very lightweight thread that really won't hardly even show. So the time we're done, okay? There he is. Look how cute he is. Oh my gosh. He's just so cute. Oh, he's so cute. All right, let's get our shirt over here and take it off of its hanger. Okay. Here we go. Look here. Isn't this cute? Oh my my gosh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh, look. Can y'all see him? Look. Cute. Oh, I'm tickled to death with this. I really am, because I was struggling. I was on that struggle bus trying to decide. All right, I'm going to lay it over here and put glue all over the back of it. All over it. You can use steam a seam, you can use heat and bond, you can use all that. But I like the glue stick for the simple reason of number one, it's convenient. It's cheap. It's readily available. You can get them at the dollar store. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. You can get them at Wally. You can get them everywhere. Everybody's got Elmer's glue sticks. Okay? So they're easy to get. Plus it washes away and it doesn't leave anything stiff. Okay? I'm just going to lay him right here in the center. Just like that. Oh, isn't he cute? And let's get our little drink. And we're going to put that right there in his hand, because I think that just kind of finishes him off. All right, let me change the thread and I'll be right. Okay, because this is little and he's hard to do, I raised up made him a free arm machine. Took my plate off the machine. So it's easier to keep this out of the way. So I'm not stitching the shirt together, because it would do him absolutely no good if I stitched the shirt together, would it? And I'm just straight stitching this. Just going to straight stitch it. there he is, y'all. He's finished. Unless we want to come back and put the dots in his eyes. What do y'all think? Oh, is that not just the cutest? Look at this. Look at this. Isn't that the cutest little thing? Oh my gosh. And he's a little crooked. That's okay. Time that youngin' gets it on, nobody will ever know it's crooked. I promise. Embrace the whimsy, I say. Embrace the crookedness of life. He's cute. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. He is so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I just love it. Love this. Turn y'all over here. Bring y'all over here so you can see me. So we can finish up this video. Y'all, it didn't take long. Not at all. Look at this. This is going to be so cute on my youngin'. On that sweet little Bowie. Isn't that going to be cute? He's just starting to walk. He is. Isn't that cute? Can't wait to see him wear it. Cannot. I need some more littles in my life to make things for littles again. That was so much fun designing little girl clothes. When I did that when my little girl was little, I designed all kinds of clothes. I made her some beautiful things and some of the cutest things. Oh my gosh. Nobody ever had anything like hers, ever. Because I created it all in my mind. I did. Just like I created this. Came up with this little ugly doll idea. And I love the green thread that I used. I think that's just perfect. I think it's precious. I do. And you know what? I know they will too. And I got him a couple of little toys. He's coming to my house for Christmas. Yes, he is. He'll be here next week. And I can't wait to see him. There he is. There's our little outfit that we made in real time. Y'all made it with me. Thanks for hanging out with me while I did a little Christmas sewing. Yes, I did. I gotta get all the threads off of that now. I do. Because there's a bunch of threads on it. I have to take my sticky wand and get all the threads off before I put it in a little box and wrap it up. I got all kinds of things to wrap, y'all. I gotta get them out. I'll get them out one day and bring y'all along with me while we wrap them. I will. And that's all for this. And remember to hit the hype, share, like, comment, ring the bell for notifications. If you've not already subscribed, please consider doing so. It helps my channel tremendously. It costs you absolutely nothing to do that. You just have to hit that button that says subscribe. That's all there is to it. And then my videos pop up for you to watch when you sit down. You don't miss my lovely face. Ha, ha, ha. So, I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.